Hey guys, for those who are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love. So before we get into everything, just gonna do all the little housekeeping stuff. If you want the opportunity to book your own personal and private reading with me, you can do so on my website, psychicbellalove.com, and new clients can use coupon code NEW, all in caps at checkout, to get extra money off. I do specialize in past life readings, life path, destiny, relationships, love. I do career readings. I know people get confused sometimes when they see that it says no financial readings. It is against the law for us to talk about like stocks and bonds and investments and things like that, but I can definitely look into your career, you know, what's going on with your boss at work, all that stuff. So you can book your own reading with me. That will be linked in the description box below. Also, I do not take any video requests on YouTube. However, you can join my Patreon for that. I have tons of exclusive content that gets posted on Patreon that I don't do the whole, you know, it's on Patreon first and 2 weeks later it's over here. Patreon content is completely separate from YouTube, and we are going to start doing live celebrity readings on my Patreon soon. So you can join over there for that. That information will be linked in the description box below, as well as my Instagram and my backup channel for you guys to follow over there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. Today we are looking at Mike Hill and Cynthia Bailey. Now, disclaimer, my storage on my phone was full because I was, you know, obviously recording and I have to upload stuff so I can delete it off. And so I was halfway through recording this and my phone stopped recording and said that I was out of storage. So I had to go make sure that everything had been uploaded so that I could delete things to make room. So I already pulled the cards, did the prayer and everything. This is the, you know, if you watch my channel, I always do like a little overview with Spirit. They usually answer most of our questions anyways in the first poll. If not, then I definitely go and ask more further. I am also a professional psychic, a real psychic. I don't need cards. I just use them as visual aids and a way to connect on YouTube, especially when I'm sitting down recording a lot of videos all at once. And then also my stands that I had that I could position things better broke. So if you see me squinting, it's because I have to have the light propped up behind my camera right now, and the cover thing broke, so the lights directly are shining right at my eyes, so it's like looking into car headlights. And I am gonna try my hardest not to shake the table too much because I know like how I have everything positioned is a little wobbly, and that's the best I can do for right now until I get that light and stand replaced. So I don't really watch The Real Housewives anyways, but especially I haven't watched Atlanta in a very long time. So I knew from, you know, blogs and stuff talking about that Cynthia was getting married to Mike. I've gleaned that he's some kind of a sportscaster, I guess. Also don't watch sports, so wouldn't know. And there has been some sort of scandal that he was apparently on Snapchat sending pictures to people that are not appropriate for a married man to be sending. And people are saying that before they were married, like he has publicly said in the past that he has cheated in every relationship that he's been in. And so that's where we are. We're taking a look. I just asked Spirit what they want us to know first about this situation and what everybody's, you know, sort of intentions and whatnot were. I pulled out the cards and I was explaining them when the phone shut off. So we're hopping back in now. What I was saying earlier, you know, what I didn't like is that Cynthia is coming up in both the underlying energy and the full spread as the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You got Mike shows up in the underlying energy as the Page of Cups. And then he shows up in the rest of the reading as the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So that's already telling us that they were not both on the same level. They don't both have the same maturity and intention and commitment to things the way that necessarily she does. Okay, so sorry, I had a text message and I was trying to make sure it wasn't anybody that's gonna call me and interrupt me while I'm recording. So I'm like, when you guys, there's a few readings that my phone completely shut off in the middle of because it got hot from the light behind it. Like, I've been having a very hard time lately with Mercury retrograde's little bitch ass on her way out. She's just like, you know what? Let's do all the annoying glitchy shit that we didn't do while we were direct. So it's been fun. But we have the underlying energy here of the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So Cynthia very much did give herself completely emotionally, fell in love in this relationship. And does this mean that Mike doesn't have love for her? He does, but is he coming to this, you know, it's more of the difference between, say, a teenage boy getting into a relationship versus a grown man. A teenage boy doesn't have all these expectations and tensions. I'm going to operate myself in this way because they don't have experience in relationships to know that. They're just going off their emotion and operating in the moment impulsively, so to speak. And that is where Spirit says, you know, Mike sort of comes from. Now, as we get into the reading itself, the thing that I'm not too thrilled about is that Mike showing up as the Knight of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles behind him before we get to this Two of Cups. So there was the idea that this helps him financially being in this relationship, being connected to Cynthia, you know, getting into a relationship with her. Whereas Cynthia on the other side of this Two of Cups is showing up as the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Cups. She was ready to open her heart. She was ready to let go of the past and really be involved emotionally with somebody and give her heart to somebody. And on top of it, showing up as the Queen of Wands is that she was very willing to put in the work because she understands from her past that there is work that's required in relationships, and I'm grown. I understand that. I understand that every day you wake up, choose to be here, choose to compromise, choose to work together for the greater good, you know, which is making this foundation of a relationship happen. So, you know, they both came into this situation and it literally was split that here's Cynthia, here's Mike, here's this Two of Cups denoting the relationship, the marriage in between. You know, the sad thing is that we also have right after this, the Fool card, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups. He was not being honest with Cynthia, and Spirit is saying the Fool card for her is really representing that she was willing to overlook a lot of red flags and just keep it pushing and keep working towards things, even though he was never being really all that honest with her from the get-go. And he has a tendency to be extremely sneaky when he's involved in relationships. Now, we have this Death and Rebirth card with the Page of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands. You know, we're talking about, obviously, we've come to this point where things are coming out and he's trying his hardest to manipulate the situation or to push through and say, like, look, we can work around this. We can work through it. That wasn't me. It's not, you know, whatever. Cynthia knows the truth, but she, with the Seven of Wands, is willing to look past things because they've merged their families together. They've already gone this far. It's like, I don't want to end up basically giving up on something and looking like a fool. But she is really heartbroken that this has come out. Spirit saying there is truth to this whole story, but Mike is going to, swear on his kid's life, swear on God, claim everything and anything. But, we've all seen cheaters. They will literally swear on their dead grandma's grave, and then it turns out that they were lying anyways, right? So just because somebody is going overboard saying, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, doesn't necessarily mean that they are telling the truth. It just means they're trying to scare everybody into being quiet so that they stop talking. Like, oh, I can't afford, a lawsuit from Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill, so I'm just going to take it back and be quiet and not say anything, even though really it was a true story. He's going to continue to cheat. Mike is one of those people that he really thinks, I just have so much love and affection to give. I can't keep it all to one person. I can't help myself. And it's going to come out even more. The underlying energy is showing up. I would not be surprised if the next time that comes out, because Spirit is saying there's going to be definitive proof that he cannot deny, he's going to try to claim, I'm an addict, I can't help myself, it's a problem that I need to go address in rehab or counseling or something like that. He's not going to, he's going to try to twist it so that it benefits him more. Yeah, definitely again showing up. Can we have any more I'm a sneaky liar and I cheat cards coming out? Here you are as the Knight of Cups. I got to go around and just share all of myself with everybody. Again, you are not showing up as a king or anything like that. Cynthia's going to forgive him a couple more times. But then things are going to end up that she is going to end up having to walk away from this situation and move on. However, we've got a few more years before we get to that point. And there's going to be rumors that come up, more things about online activities that he shouldn't have been participating in. However, it's, those things will be explained away. I didn't do it. People are just trying to capitalize off of, the other stuff that came out and twist and turn things and blurring it up and for their own benefit and all that kind of junk, right? But Cynthia, you're just coming up here every time you forgive him. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Further trapping yourself in this situation. I'm going to suddenly become legally blind and I can't see the truth. But this Wheel card talks about it will keep happening over and over and over again while she continues to play the fool behind the scenes, continuing to work things out, fighting with the people who bring out the truth until she ends up, again, and it'll be a whole situation too. When he goes to rehab, Spirit saying it'll be a whole stand by your man moment. And then, once it's appropriate after he's come home and people have sort of forgotten about it, to then leave and blame it on other issues, because everybody in this situation is going to be more concerned at that point about trying to save face than just doing what's actually best for them. And Cynthia's already in that point. She doesn't want to let go of the fairy tale. I believed I finally found my person. Everybody was telling me to slow down with him. Everybody was telling me to watch out for him. I was determined to prove everybody wrong and still go forward with things. And now I gotta stand on this hill and die on it, so to speak. And no pun intended. I didn't even... I kill the hill you gotta die on. But like I said, eventually it'll get too much and she'll be forced to leave. But until then, she is going to just hold on. She did the same thing with Peter. Are we surprised? It's like, Cynthia, you spent the first how many years of your life not wanting to settle down with anybody because you were so scared of this stuff happening. But then by the time that you do, then you just hang on for dear life. Again, just like everybody that we read about on this channel, you need therapy, boo-boo. So, and I like Cynthia. I'm not saying anything bad against her. I'm just saying, you know, nobody should ever allow themselves to be treated that way, and to be so concerned about, I don't want everybody to say I told you so, or I don't want to have to face reality that I made a mistake and fell for the wrong person, that you just make yourself more miserable and keep getting disrespected and hurt over and over again. That's not healthy for anybody. You know, at the end of the day, nobody else has to live your life but you. So why be miserable to prove something to the rest of the world? It's not worth it, because they don't have to be in that house every day with you being stressed out, looking through phones and watching your back and being scared that there's something else that you didn't know about that's going to come out. That is no way to live. So anyways, guys, I hope that we can all at least learn something from that today. If you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, follow me on Instagram or my backup channel, or join my Patreon. All that information will be linked in the description box below. I am going to end that here so that I can hopefully get this uploaded quickly so that I can record everything without any issues and not have to keep coming back and restarting videos. So I love you guys, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you later.